Hi Vital, how are you?
Hi, sir. Good morning. I'm fine. Thank you. How about you,
Okay,
sir?
I'm good, all well. So let's quickly take a look at the markets. Uh, I hope the point and figure chart is visible on your screen.
Yes, sir. I'm able to see that chart.
Okay, so this is your Nifty chart. So if you notice, this is the only vertical count that is still pending, which is 19,246. The first conservative count is achieved. And we have a smaller count which is still not activated. This is still a potential count. This might get activated, this might not get activated. We are not too sure about it, but it is projecting a very smallish kind of a target, 18,436. That's not a big deal. And if you notice, price is just floating with the moving average, and setup is sort of, I would say, still neutral, right? And the one thing that I'm looking for is this 45-degree trend line. So normally what I have noticed is the 45-degree trend line from significant tops or bottoms, they tend to act as some kind of reference level for pullbacks. So I'm not talking about these levels acting as support or resistance. How I view it is, as long as this line is not breached, I would still consider this entire correction, however lower it goes, I will view it as a correction to this entire swing up. So if this
Okay.
45-degree trend line is breached, then the way I will look at it is that we are looking at a much deeper correction. So then I will look for the next 45-degree trend line lower, and I will wait to see if that line is also getting breached. So for now, I'm just viewing this as a kind of a correction within an overall uptrend. And how far this correction will last, I really don't know. So I don't want to predict anything on the lower side. And if you take a look at Bank Nifty, again, the same deal. Bank Nifty showed some promise, but unfortunately, it's not able to sustain the momentum. So we have a couple of 45-degree trend lines here. Maybe we can draw another one from this low here. So we still have scope until maybe say 35,600, 35,700, meaning I'm not saying 35,700 will be reached. What I'm trying to say is as long as we stay above this 35,700, 800 levels, we can still view this as some kind of a correction, because prices run up vertically. A little bit of cool off or mean reversion is always a nice thing. And if you look at the sector matrix, there are some interesting things happening here. If you look at X%, which is the breadth indicator, couple of weeks ago, or maybe in the middle of October, almost every other sector, if you recall, was terribly overbought. So
Right.
the breadth indicator was 75% or above. And now, if you
Yes.
notice, there are a handful of sectors where you see the breadth indicator close to 100% or above 75, and the remaining sectors are still in the neutral territory, and some of them are closer to oversold, like FMCG, etc. So there is scope for the recovery that we saw last week to maybe continue in the forthcoming week. So this recovery probably can sustain because I'm basing this on the breadth scenario. So most of the sectors are still recovering from oversold levels. So there is ammunition left in the tank for the Nifty to inch higher. What we'll have to see is this recovery, does it help the Nifty scale new highs, or do we end up making a lower high? That is going to be the real clincher, or some kind of evidence for us that will tell us whether we are looking at a much deeper correction, or whether the correction is over or not. So this recovery that I'm expecting, we'll have to wait and see if that recovery is strong enough to push the Nifty to fresh highs, or whether we'll end up making a lower high compared to what we made in October. So that is going to be a very important test for us. And let us also look at other breadth indicators. So this is your PFX% for Nifty 50. This is short term. So if you notice, we are just recovering from oversold levels. We dropped to a low of 16%, and there is a little bit of recovery that has happened, and we are at 35. So we are pretty much in the over we are in the neutral territory, nothing much to worry here. And even in 3%, if you notice, we have cooled off from overbought levels. We were terribly overbought in October. If you notice, we were at 92%, and breadth has gradually cooled off to around 45, 50 odd percentage. So, which is a healthy thing. The only thing that is still bothering me is if you look at the real big time breadth indicator, we are still very overbought. So I'm reminded of the scenario that existed in late 2019, where for several months we had a scenario where the breadth indicator for Nifty in 1, 3, and 5% was consistently overbought. And finally, in January and February, we had that Corona-driven fall that happened, which helped the breadth indicator to cool off dramatically. I'm not saying that we could see a similar kind of a fall, but what I'm trying to say here is this breadth indicator in 5% is still overbought, so this has to cool off. So it, or rather, if it cools off, it is even better and healthier for the market. So we'll have to wait and watch whether we will get a time-based correction or a price-wise correction, because the breadth cool off can happen through a time-wise correction also. So if the index non-heavyweights, if they sort of cool off, that will help the breadth to get into the neutral territory. So without much damage to the index, the breadth can cool off. So we'll have to wait and watch which scenario plays out. And this is, of course, another look at the breadth indicator. This time I'm using the percentage of stocks from the Nifty 50 universe, which are trading above their 20-day moving average. So 20 days approximately, it represents a month. So I'm just looking at that. So here, if you notice, again, there is a recovery in Nifty and the breadth is also improving. So that is a very healthy sign. And if you look at slightly bigger time frame breadth, this is percentage of stocks from Nifty 50 which are trading above their 200-day moving average. Here, if you notice, we are still overbought, right? We are at 88%. And if you notice, there has been consistent negative divergence. So price has been heading higher, and the breadth indicator has sort of been around 96, 95 odd levels. And even now, if you notice, we are still overbought. So whatever breadth indicator you are using in the bigger time frame, the condition is overbought, and we can expect some kind of a pullback to happen. And if you look at the broader markets, this is a Nifty mid small cap 400 index. I'm looking at the breadth indicator using 200-day moving average again. If you notice, we are again very close to the overbought scenario. The broader markets, the breadth indicator, long-term breadth indicator is still at 75%. So again, we could probably get into some kind of a consolidation or a correction here. And the negative divergence is much more prominent here. If you notice, price has been making those higher highs, but the breadth has not been accommodative. So, and if you look at what the broader markets did in October, lot of those high flying stocks took a very severe knock in September. Sorry, in October, when that correction happened. So we need to be a little bit more cautious in the short term. For a week or so, maybe we can see a little bit more recovery happening. But beyond that, we'll have to just wait and watch. That is the broad summary or takeaway. So what do you have with any new strategies, ideas?
Yes, sir. Lately, I have been discussing some strategies from our friends and other users who are using noiseless concepts. So, one of our old friends and prominent user of noiseless concepts, Mr. Abhijit Bhate. So, since last month, he's sharing some of the Renko strategies with me, and he has also shared some of his trades that happened in real time. So, I found that concept very interesting, and I am also practicing it since last 1 month, and it is giving very clear picture. So as we say, every charting method has some unique properties. So when we discuss about Renko charts, So the diagonal plotting of Renko charts are something which is very unique. And if we use one of the indicators, which is known as a Donchian channel, so that indicator gives us some good opportunities for trade. So I'll discuss about the Donchian channel indicator and the Renko strategies that I have been practicing, which I have learned from Abhijit Bhate.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so maybe I'll share my screen.
So I can see
So
that Nifty.
yeah, point and figure. So I was also just looking at the Nifty chart when you were sharing a very interesting pattern is happening. Price is converging at the moving average, and we have
Right.
a triangle pattern here. So
Right.
a double top buy will make it bullish, and a double bottom sell will make the setup bearish. So right now we don't know what will happen, but I am also prepared for either sides, because every trade that gets first triggered, whether it is a double top or a double bottom, it is coming with a very affordable stop loss. The
True.
triangle pattern has given a really affordable entry on either side.
And
So
if there is a double bottom sell, we are looking at maybe a bearish ABC possibility there, isn't it?
yeah, so this I was just going to say the same thing, where we have a bearish ABC kind of pattern happen. So this is a bearish ABC formation, and it will get activated if we get a double bottom sell and price breaks out below the trend line. So
That's
we
right.
have some counts, and as you had said that price tends to come or maybe try to reverse to the earlier mini bottoms or trend lines towards the earlier mini bottoms.
Right.
So it counts, though they are not till that levels, but still we have something which one can keep in mind and look for trading opportunities.
Yeah,
So
that's
let us see what happens tomorrow, whether a double top or a double bottom gets triggered. So Bank Nifty compared to Nifty is a bit again in the similar type of state, where we have a 100% pole. So I'm referring to a 0.1% chart where we have a 100% pole. We have a ABC pattern, but it is above moving average. But still,
right.
if we get a double bottom sell and price crosses the moving average, the setup turns bearish in the smaller time frame. So
Yeah.
I am not, neither I am bullish nor bearish, but I will trade whatever pattern triggers now post Monday.
Right.
So now, before going ahead, I would just like to start with Nifty heavyweight in stocks. So
Okay.
I'll open the Renko chart first, as we are going to discuss about Renko. So I'll just open the Renko chart. So now this is a Renko chart 0.25% on EOD price, EOD close, and I will plot a Donchian channel here.
Okay.
So the default parameters are 40 period. So 40 brick high, 40 brick low, and 40 brick median. So this is getting plotted. So
Okay.
once we have a breakout above the higher band, upper band, so that becomes a bullish breakout. We have a breakout below the lower band, that becomes a bearish breakout. So
Okay.
anybody who wants to know more about the Donchian channel, Prashant has created a video, so I'll just share that video. So anybody going to Define Edge YouTube channel, just share this Donchian channel, and you will find the first link where Prashant has created a video where he has described about the Donchian channel.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
people who don't know about the indicator can visit this video. It is a good 35-minute video. The indicator is explained in detail.
Right.
So I will not talk about the indicator much. I will just talk about the strategy.
Yeah.
So I hope, sir, the people who do not know about the Donchian channel will get idea about the indicator.
Yeah.
So I'll just add that indicator as a default, because whenever I open any new chart, it should give me that Donchian channel.
Yes.
So just I'm changing that fluorescent color to some dark color.
Right.
That gives a bit good
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, So I'll just save this.
Perfect.
So now if I open again, we get the
Yeah.
chart with the Donchian channel. So now we see, let me go to the Nifty heavyweight. So we have a Ritik group in our trade point. So Ritik, it stands for all the heavyweight stocks.
Okay.
For HDFC Twins, ICICI, Infi, Kotak, Reliance, and TCS. So if we see, HDFC looks bullish because the price is above the median and we are having a probable swing bullish breakout kind of thing. So we
Right.
can plot projections for the upside. So HDFC, if it gives a breakout above the Donchian channel, so the Donchian upper band is UB. You can see the upper band 2915 if I round it off. So above
Yeah.
2915, any brick giving a breakout can be a bullish trade, and one can look for a stop loss for the swing bearish breakout level. So the
Right.
swing bearish breakout level, it happens here below the
Right.
bearish swing. So this can become a stop loss, and trailing stop loss can become the second swing bearish breakout, or maybe the median of the channel also. If price retraces till the median, one can look for booking out. So
Okay.
whichever happens, the bearish swing breakout happens first, or price gives a breakout break below that median, one can look for exiting the trade. So the trade that we did last was TVS Motors. So
Okay.
let us first scroll this and I'll come back to. So if we see HDFC,
Yeah.
HDFC Bank is like in a bearish retracement right now, and if we
Right.
have a breakout below the lower band, then we have some bearish pattern happening here. So the
Right.
projections, we can have some we can have these swing projections in the downside. So
Okay.
any breakout below the lower band of Donchian channel can be a bearish trade in HDFC Bank, irrespective of the setup in higher time frames. We are just referring to momentum trades in 0.25. So we will be only looking for a swing breakout above the upper band or the lower band. Here we are getting a possibility of a swing breakout below the lower band.
So this time frame that you're looking at, will the trades be open for maybe say 2 to 4 days max?
Yes. That can be a small time frame trade. Maybe within a week you can wind up your trade. So you can
Yeah.
see here we had a bullish swing breakout above the Donchian channel when price came from here.
Right.
So one entering at the breakout above the Donchian channel, the median becomes your stop loss, and it
By
becomes your
median,
trailing stop loss.
I think by median you are referring to the middle line, right? The blue line.
Middle blue line, yes sir, yes sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So that median middle blue line is not more than maybe 2% from the upper channel. So a
Right.
2% trailing stop loss can be a good stop loss, and you have good momentum trades.
Hmm.
Right now the price has given a bearish breakout, and as we say that we have some pressure on Nifty, so this is also getting indicated from the heavyweights. So we have
Right.
bearish swing breakouts or possible swing breakouts that are going to happen. So Infi also, it is trading in the lower band, we have the upper band in the down slow. So any
Right.
next swing breakout will make it more bearish
Right.
below the. So Kotak again same picture. So any breakout below, it is equally same like HDFC Bank. So heavyweights are giving indication of some pressure in the upside. Reliance also, we see the upper band is in the down slope, and we have
Right.
a breakout probability below the lower band.
Hmm.
And if we consider the next three heavyweights like Hindustan Unilever, let me just because we have not added those stocks in the group, so
Right.
I'll just, sorry.
Hindustan
So
Unilever and ITC.
Hindustan Unilever also, we see it is in a bearish trend right now as per Renko,
Right.
and Bajaj Finance, which is also having good weightage on Nifty. So it is around 3% weightage on Nifty, and we can see it is also having a very swing breakout active, and a possibility again if price goes below the lower band, we have another breakout. So
what about ITC?
What about, sir?
ITC?
ITC. So it is more bearish than Hindustan Unilever.
Yeah.
So also this is also in a from good levels it has corrected almost above 260 to 225. It has the last price is 226. So
Yeah.
good correction has happened, and if that correction resumes, we can look for trading opportunities below the lower band, the breakout below the lower band. So these trades come up with very affordable stop loss.
Okay.
So based on this concept, I have prepared some groups. Let me come to some probable bearish and bullish trades. So let us talk about some bullish trades first. So some of the bullish trades I had prepared a group, but I don't know why I am not able to find it. But PSU banks are showing good strength. So
Okay.
Bank Baroda is one of the stocks where I will be looking for a bullish opportunity. We can see it is in a good trend, and though in the correction we did not have any breakout below the lower Donchian channel, and the Donchian channel has become flat right now, but it has not shown any bearishness still,
Right.
and we have a breakout above the upper band.
Right.
So a bearish swing breakout level can be a stop if we are looking for any bullish trade in Bank Baroda. So
Okay.
another stock is Grasim.
So did you identify these stocks based on some scanner or something, or visually you went through the list?
I created a scanner where the second last brick or the brick at number 1 is below or where the Donchian channel is flat when the brick is at 1 and the channel is rising when the brick is at 0. So this gives you an indication of such stocks. Or also I have gone through some stocks which have taken a reversal from the middle line, the blue line, and which are below the upper band.
Right.
So Grasim, you can see this is again the same pattern that we saw in Bank Baroda. One brick which has given a breakout above the swing, and this is also, if we minimize the chart, we see it is also in a good uptrend. So our
But
swing break.
would you recommend buying on a positive brick reversal near the middle band, or would you prefer waiting for a swing breakout and a breakout above the upper band?
Now actually the swing breakout is already happened. So if I have not entered the trade,
have you considered that possibility also? If the price retraces to the middle band and there is a reversal,
where the stock is already in a good trend, we will look such type of possibility in those stocks. But in these stocks, if we get the opening maybe a brick above also, it is not going to, this is a 0.25% brick value. So any stop loss within 3% is a affordable stop loss for trading in F&O. So one can look for any breakout if it is active still on Monday and risk is within less than or within 3%.
Yeah.
So for the trending stocks, of course, if we wait till the pullback happens. So now I'll just show one more chart. So Indigo is one more so we can see there is only one brick reversal here. So here we already have the bullish swing intact. We have one brick reversal. Maybe if we get a breakout again tomorrow above the upper band, this can become a low risk trade. So already the stock is trending. So one more last stock I'll just show for the bullish. So McDowell is again one of the trending stocks. You can see we have a good trend right from the 835 levels, and now we are getting a swing breakout above the upper band.
And
so we can
McDowell was
also look for
covered in our Muhurat picks, I think, this time.
Okay. Yeah. So definitely this is again tradable also in the smaller time frame.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So based on the same concept, we have some probable bullish. So banks look weak right now, private banks, not PSU banks. PSU
Right.
banks are a bit stronger, but in private banks, we see such type of probable bearish swing breakouts. So if they happen, and if we have any double bottom sell also on Bank Nifty, also we can look for trading opportunities in the bank constituents. So Axis Bank, we have Bajaj Finance, which is already in a swing breakout. So I'm just
Right.
looking for a very swing that will become a. One can also look for trading in options. One can buy
Right.
put options if we get any breakouts. So BEL also we see it is a kind of multi-brick breakout. So if we
Right.
refer same chart in point and figure, one can see it is kind of a
Triple bottom
diagonal
cell.
triple bottom cell, correct?
Yeah.
So multi-brick breakout. So BL looks weaker in 0.25%. So BPCL again we had a swing bearish breakout. So here we see price retracing towards the lower band, resisting at the middle band, giving a breakout. So we
Right.
already have a very swing breakout, and if that continues, one can trade for look for trading the continuation pattern. So Cadila is one of the, again we see the lower band is in the down slope, whereas the upper band is also down sloping. So this is really very bearish, and if we get any so this has given already a breakout below the lower band. So
Right.
your swing bullish level becomes a stop loss. We can look for, these can be your projected levels for downside. So we also have some projection from these levels.
Right.
So one can refer to the risk and prospective targets and decide about trading. So HDFC AMC, again, if we have any continuation sell signal here, we will get a breakout below the lower band.
Right.
Laurus Lab, similar kind of structure.
Yeah.
So this is again Max Finance, MFSL. So this is again trying to correct from the middle band. So if we have any breakout in the downside, here also this is on the price pattern, it is bearish. So here also we can look for probable swing bearish breakout below the lower band.
Right.
So Donchian channel is adding more value because if I just remove that Donchian channel, the swing does not give that much real clear picture. But if I add that Donchian channel, definitely that adds more value. And the Donchian channel breaking down or giving a breakout in the upside definitely adds more value.
Yeah.
And one can
And
look for trading opportunities.
would you want to share that scanner quickly because
Yeah, yes, sir.
probably people
I have prepared that scanner on my desktop, but I can show you here. So this scanner, you can go to System Builder in backtesting System Builder. So you can decide go to Rainco. Now, if you want to see breakout,
yeah, we'll just show bullish breakouts alone. I think just
yeah.
to give an idea.
So in the Donchian channel, I will at the zero break, at the last break, I will see that the upper band is rising.
Okay.
So upper band is rising at the last break,
Right.
and the second condition Donchian channel at brick number 1, the upper band should be flat.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So upper band, 1 minute.
Flat
Flat upper band at column at brick 1.
Okay.
So if I use 1 and 2,
Perfect.
so let us just take F&O stocks.
Yeah. Can we follow the same strategy in 1% for cash portfolio?
Yeah, we can do that. Yes, sir. One can look for the prospective risk associated with every trade, and definitely one can look for breakouts also.
For slightly longer term trading.
Yes, sir. So here you can see we have a breakout happening above the upper channel,
Right.
PVR. So at one brick, the channel was the upper band was flat, and now it has started rising at the zero brick.
Right.
So I did not take PVR in my list today because here you can see the stop loss is wide, but still one can look for trading opportunity with the median level.
Right.
So
Right.
even this middle line can be a reference point for placing a stop loss at this type of breakout.
Right. Just out of curiosity, can you use the scanner for RS? Can you just run a scan, maybe Nifty all indices?
Yeah, sir. What box value you prefer for RS?
Maybe say 0.5%.
Okay, sir.
I think we'll get some interesting candidates because Nifty has just bottomed out and sort of turning around. If there is a launch and breakout in RS, maybe if the markets are bullish, we can focus on those sectors. Denominator Nifty 50 and numerator all indices, and scanner type what we just created. No, the one below.
Yeah, the bullish breakout. That is what I created right now.
Okay.
1 minute, sir. Okay.
Because I recall having
Donchian channel. Yes, sir.
The B breakout B was lowercase, so I remember that.
NSE all sectors.
All indices. All indices will include sectors also. Yeah.
So on 0.20. Half percent. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see if we get some interesting candidates here. Infra, okay.
So I think infra is really bullish and it has given a breakout here, and maybe we can look for some opportunities once the breadth. Right now when you are explaining about the breadth, it is 100%, but we can keep an eye on cooling happening in the breadth and look for follow through opportunities in infra.
Yeah, looks interesting. Yes.
Yes, sir. Let us see in 0.25% also. Maybe.
Yeah, 0.25 will be slightly more logical, I think. Yeah, media looks good. Yes.
So media has given a breakout and one brick, one back bullish. So there we had one brick. So this type of pattern we saw in Indigo, where we had one brick bearish happening, and we can look for the probable swing breakout.
And the trend has been terribly bullish, isn't it, in the RS chart?
Yes.
So Nifty media has been strongly outperforming.
So the diagonal plotting of Renko really gives a clear picture. Even one can just looking at the swing right from the 95 levels here, we can just see it is going in the upside, in the north direction. So this unique property of Renko can be used for looking some trading opportunities using some trending indicators. So Donchian channel is giving us a good idea about high or low breakouts. So definitely people can learn more about the indicator in Prashant's video and look for trading opportunities. And definitely thanks to Abhijit for sharing such good strategy with us.
Oh wow, nice. That was wonderful.
So I'll just explain that TVS trade that happened in Renko as per the Renko chart.
So this was TVS in cash
yeah, in F&O only, but the chart looks same in F&O also. So you see, so here you can see we had a breakout from the median. It was already bullish. Price retraced towards the median, and we had a bullish breakout.
Right.
So this is something really very good to trade with us. Very smaller. The risk is very small in such cases.
Right.
It is around 3%.
So how many
So one
trades
can
do you
even,
normally get in a week or so? Do you have any count of?
yeah,
Do you
see, I
use
have
any
just started
opportunity?
practicing it, not kept much data, but yes, we get 2-3 trades every week. Since I've practiced, I'm getting bullish, bearish, 2-3 trades on either direction.
Okay. And do you also add element of relative strength to it, or do you just stick to the Donchian channel breakout or breakdown?
Right now, just looking to trade the breakouts,
Okay.
and these are very small time trades, momentum trades happening. So even
Okay.
if we have some, even in bullishness also, we have something reversing towards the mean, or
Right.
maybe cooling happening, price retracing towards the 200 EMA. So in that also we can look for immediate bearish trades also.
Right.
In bearish side, I am not looking for trading overnight F&O, but definitely some option trades have given good yield in the downside.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. Very interesting
Yeah,
concept.
the market has definitely shown some corrections, but the recoveries are really too fast also. So
Yeah.
still not comfortable trading positional short in stock futures.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That was nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
sir.
hope viewers find it interesting as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we just wrap it up here?
Yes, sir. I hope we have been able to clarify the scanner, and we have not talked about the indicator, but definitely visit Prashant's post here on YouTube, and definitely you will have more insight about the indicator.
Yeah,
So
but
that's it
Downstream
from my
channel
side
EV
also, sir.
universe is, yeah, it's a very popular indicator, and I think there is a lot of material available online. And of course, material is also available in our Defend It channel. And Prashant's book on Renko also talks extensively about Donchian channel and how to use it in Renko. So there is
Yeah,
enough
yes, sir.
material that's available.
Yes, and maybe when Prashant comes for the next chit chat episode, we will also request him to talk more about Rainco and some good indicators that can be used for trading strategies with Rainco.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah.
So thank you, sir. Thank you.